rooms. What are you into? Got a helicopter overhead here. You can probably hear it. There's a swallow, I think, or a swift, I'm not sure. Right, we've got at least one person up, so that means it's working. Welcome along. Let's do our quick introduction to our session. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services Virtual Dog Walk. I'm Stephen Crighton. You join me and my pack of dogs on Friday the 1st of August. It's the morning session for us, one of two today, and we've got 8 dogs out. I'll introduce you to the team and talk you through what we're doing as we go round. But we just urge you to sit back and enjoy a little walk with us, a little session here in Edinburgh, in the capital of Scotland. I'm just going to pan the camera around and show you the backdrop. Where are we? Here is Edinburgh Castle, right in the city centre. Wonderful. So the city's that way, and the dogs are down here. We've got a couple of things to talk about on today's session, one of them being River, our newest recruit, our little puppy, and how he's getting on. I've had a bit of a turbulent time with the little man. River, come here buddy, come here. Hi, you've been a bit flighty, you've been a bit unsettled, but he's today I think he's a bit calmer, a bit more integrated into the team. Absolutely 100% down to this young lady here, Edith, who you're going to see these two together throughout the course of the session. I don't think I've known a set of dogs more sort of bonded in recent times in the pack. So they're all quite independent of each other, but they have their dogs that they like to play with and engage with and enjoy their company with. Charlie, you get out of that gorse, buddy. Yes, no trouble please today. So yeah, so welcome along. If you're just joining us, because we've literally just gone live, it usually takes a few minutes for the algorithm to kick in to let everyone know we're up and running and we're all sorted. So we're just filling a bit of time until that kicks in. I can see more and more people joining just now, which is great. Thank you so much. And again, good morning. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services Virtual Dog Walk. I'm Stephen Crighton, and here we are in Edinburgh on Friday the 1st of August. Interesting time, because August in Edinburgh is festival time. If you don't know the city, there's a huge set of various festivals that take place across the course of August. Comedians, the arts, music, lots of gigs, lots of bits and pieces all in the city. The whole city, I think, doubles in population over the course of August. We're a little place of only 500,000, and I think we have well in advance of 1 million people. For this month, every hotel is packed, every place is jammed to the rafters, so it's nice to escape the bustling city centre and the busyness of it all into the nice grassy, leafy part of the city. We're still actually very central where we are. You wouldn't necessarily believe it, but Edinburgh's based on 7 hills and we're on one of them. Look at this wee guy chasing Edith. He's besotted. We'll just watch for a second. Hi buddy, hi. Are you enjoying your pal being back? Oh, they're really crashing into me now. I'm getting a lot of love because I've came down just to film. Hi everyone, I know. So here we are. Welcome on. We're getting some comments coming in. Morning Archie, hello. Hello Andy and Archie, how are we doing? Is this Scotland? It is. It's the Bonnie Banks. Yeah, we're in Scotland. Welcome along. The Aviation Fox. That's a cool username. And Matt is saying, look at those crazy dogs. Look at those crazy dogs. They're not so crazy. Well, they are, to be fair, they are. They have their moments. It's quite interesting. It's a little bit breezy up here today. We're quite high above the city. You can maybe see that sort of V shape of greyness down there. That's all the buildings. That's the city centre down ahead of us there. Quite a bit away, to be fair. And because we're a bit higher up, it's a bit windier, and the wind can really make the dogs a bit wild. It can properly drive them giddy. Lots of theories about this. I don't quite know what it is that makes them this way, but having worked with them for the best part of 10 years, not necessarily all these dogs, but dogs in general, it doesn't matter the size, the shape, the breed, the gender, the weight, whatever you name it, and the wind can just make them a bit loopy. So I'm hoping in a good way today. Sometimes a bit manic, but we'll see what comes. We go live to show you the good, the bad and the ugly. We're not going to hide anything. Out of breath again. Out of breath. You wouldn't think I did this for a living. Let's give you the quick panoramic. Is that the right word? 360. I'll spin in the spot. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune or something. Here we go. And this part is like, oh, sorry, you can't see my hand. This part here is like Edinburgh city centre stuff. So we're high above it. High above it without a care in the world. Cindy Prim is saying, do you folks in Scotland like Trump? This is a dog page. This is a page for looking at doggies. I am certainly not taking the weight of the world, the anticipation of all the Scottish people and answering that question, I'm afraid, Cindy. Maybe people in the chat can answer it, but I'm gonna plead the fifth. Plead the fifth on that one. Trump is loved everywhere, according to Joe. Beautiful dogs. Let's get back to the dogs. Yeah, Sammy said beautiful dogs. Thank you, Sammy. Welcome along on this lovely Friday. Guys, if you want to be part of the experience here today, you can definitely do so with a couple of ways. It doesn't take an awful lot. I'll just explain to you what happens. So, first of all, you can do what the chat are doing, which is giving me a bit of banter, something to read. As you can maybe tell, I'm out here all on my own. It would be quite easy to go a bit mad all by myself. So thank you for walking along with me in the first instance. The second thing you can do is, if you want to drop some chat into the chat, then we'll read as many as we can, and provided there's no sort of immediate issues with the dogs that I need to address, I'll try and keep up with the chat as it goes along. The other way you can interact, if you feel like you don't have anything to contribute verbally, or at least written, you can definitely contribute to the Dogs Day by giving the stream a little like. For every 10 likes that the stream gets, the dogs will get a little biscuit. So we're up to 2 at the moment as far as my counter is going. The 8 to go, and that is my way of thanking the dogs for being such great film stars, and that is courtesy of you guys. And then of course, if you're really enjoying what you see and what we're doing, you can always subscribe to the channel and you can come and see us again. We go live every weekday around about the same time. It's especially good during the kids' holidays, especially if you've got kids that might like animals. It's a child-friendly stream. We're not going to be talking any swear words or nonsense or anything like that, so get the kids involved as well if you like. And we'll happily answer questions about the dogs, about Edinburgh, about me. I think what we've decided today is that we'll maybe not talk so much about Trump, even though the chat seems to be full of it. Sammy's saying 1,000 likes from her, or from them. Sorry, Sammy, you could. I'm sorry, I've misgendered you there. Sorry, Sammy. I'm so sorry. I've just assumed something there, and that's bad of me. Beg your pardon, please. Accept my apologies. Thank you, Sammy, for subscribing, even although I'm being incredibly rude to you. There we go. If you want me to be rude, that comes at no extra cost. You can just let me know what to say. Oh, Fleece Johnson, clean up your dog's poo. I have, Fleece. I have. I promise you. We've not missed a single one. Not missed a single one. In fact, if you see one, if you see something happening that I miss, I will personally come and pay you a visit and pay you some money, because that's not going to happen. All right, but thank you for your negativity. Please keep it coming. It does help the algorithm. We're not going into the gorse. No, we're not. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is gorse. I don't know if it's native to anywhere else, but in Scotland it's rife. And this stuff is like razor wire. These are so sharp, like toothpicks. And the green stuff, it's easier to show you this stuff that's dried out. The green stuff is just as sharp, and it's all over. And Ruby has occasionally gone in under here because it's an amazing habitat for things like deer to live in. It's great for the dogs to have a good smell around, but Ruby is one of the dogs that doesn't often come back to us if she does get the scent of something. So she's on the long line, and can often create a bit of controversy in the chat. People want her to be liberated, people want her to be free, but I want to get on with my Friday. And so occasionally we just make sure that we're steering the reins and keeping her on the straight and narrow. Because I'm telling you now, that you cannot get into this stuff as a human. You cannot get into there. You would need to be wearing a full like suit of armour to get in there. And even if I got in here where she is right now, she could be up here in 2 seconds, because it's cavernous. It's like a hollow underneath. And yeah, she gives me stress and anxiety. But we love her, Ruby, don't we? Ruby, hi sweetie. I know we love you. We love you. Everyone in the chat loves you as well. I know. Right, let me catch up with some of the chat. Sammy saying pure Scotsman. Are you on public land? Yes, we are. In Scotland, this is a nice, interesting question for you. So we don't have any trespassing laws in Scotland. So whether this was public or private, we can be here. We have a couple of things that we need to do. We've got the right to responsible access, which is something that you've already brought up, which is things like pick up after your dogs, don't leave anything behind. All we're going to leave is little paw prints behind. Little paw prints and nice memories. I'm going to make some nice memories today with you guys. And so we can do that anywhere actually in Scotland, anywhere at all. There are a couple of exceptions. You can't do it on military ground, and I don't think you can do it necessarily as freely on ground that would be classed as royally owned. But certainly everything else we're good for. Let's just see if we can call these guys back. Let's test ourselves. Edith, this way, sweetie. Come on, sweetheart. There we go. That was pretty good. Sit next to me. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, just a reminder, because there's a few more people joined the chat since I last mentioned this. For every 10 likes, the dogs get a little biscuit for all their hard work. So we're nearly there with 7. So thank you for building that up to this point. We'll hopefully get them to 10 shortly, and they can all get a little biscuit, courtesy of you. Thank you for that. River! Good puppy. This is our newest dog. He's only 11 months old. He's only on his like 3rd week with us. Look at that. Fantastic, buddy. A+. A+. Good boy. Good boy. Sugar saying hi, Edith. There she is. All your dogs have one. What? Donald, you have a blue pit bull, is that what you're saying? We don't have many of those in the UK, because technically they're not allowed. There are some around, but it's part of the dangerous dogs banned list here in the UK, so unfortunately, I don't know, depends on your viewpoint I suppose, but we don't see many of them basically. Sugar's asking how many dogs we have. So we've got 8 out today. There are 27 in total that I look after during the week. And we take them out in sort of combinations of sort of 7 and 8, that kind of thing. The dogs you'll see today, and every time we go live in the morning, you'll probably see this as well. They're all about the same size, the same sort of weight category, and that's very specific, that's very deliberate. So we do have bigger dogs in the team, in particular. Labs and pointers are quite a popular breed within the business, but I split them specifically so that the morning walk is only for the little guys. There's a few of them, not pointing any fingers, there's a few of them that get a little bit stressed with bigger dogs from time to time, so we just try and keep out of their way. And it's a nice little thing for the owners. They appreciate that we rank them by their size and ability to kind of keep up with each other and things like that. And then the afternoon sessions, of which there's quite a back catalogue of videos on my channel, which you can have a look at if you're really interested in the bigger dogs. But we do a lot more sort of work with them, in particular whistle work, and more sort of almost like gun dog work, retrieving and things like that when we're out in our sessions, and they have to work a bit more intensely, and that can also mean that I have to pay attention and use both hands, because we use a lot of hand signals and a lot of gestures, and also we use the ball quite regularly, so it's not as easy to film and go live as well as doing all those things. And when we're using the ball, sometimes the dogs can be quite competitive with each other, and this is nice and calm. I'd be surprised if any of you have heard a single bark from the pack so far today, but it's not always the case in the afternoon when we're a bit more active and ramp up the activities a bit more. I don't think we'll go up that way. They're all seeming to want to go that way. I think we'll go this way. Good puppies. Come on. Good choice, River. Good puppy. Yeah, you've got to go all the way though. Come on. Good boy. He's skating about as if he's on rollerblades. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Unlicensed dog breeding is insane in the US. Yeah, it's not as it's quite a sort of frowned upon thing here in the UK. We're a sort of country that revolves around dogs and a sort of heritage of dogs, and the lineage is something that's taken quite seriously. Sorry, Ruby. Ruby's trying to have a run and I stopped her with the air brake there. Yeah, the lineage is something that we take quite seriously, and there's not always the unlike the US, where you've got huge old parts of the world, we're a bit more cramped in the UK, and so you just wouldn't be able to kind of walk one of the banned breeds here, because you'd be spotted, you'd be reported, and it'd probably be, well, things would happen, let's put it that way, that we wouldn't want to happen to any dogs. But it's the rules are there for a reason, I'm sure. We'll maybe not get into the politics behind it, but it's not as straightforward in the UK to have some of these dangerous, well, what are classed as dangerous breeds. There's not that many of them, but the ones that are there, they take very seriously. Here's a red setter across from us. Setters are always an interesting breed. Look at these guys fixated on the setter. Setter is looking at us. We're going to stay nice and calm. Owner is trying to call the dog back. We're just going to chill. I've got hold of Charlie, who can sometimes be a bit spicy around bigger dogs, as we spoke about already, and the setter's off. Made a good decision, and that's one of the things that we love about working with the pack and letting them have freedom and choices, is that they get the chance to make all the decisions that they like, and they're rewarded for all their good behaviour. And on that note, because some of you have just joined and not realised, but for every 10 likes that the stream gets, the doggies get a little biscuit courtesy of you guys, and we've hit that already. We've hit that. There you go, Biscuit. Good boy. You've not been on camera too much, Edith. Juno, Barney, Charlie, Mac. Here you go, River. Good boy. Good puppy. Ruby! 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 There we go. It'll take a little bit longer to get to